A massive thank you to our sponsors, OneFootball, for sponsoring SAFC Fan TV. This is a fantastic football app and the only app you will ever need to keep up to date with all the latest breaking news on Sunderland AFC. If you follow teams from overseas, it's a great app for checking on them, as well as all major foreign teams are listed as well. If you haven't already got the app, it is free to download in the description below. And once again, thanks to OneFootball for supporting the channel.
What's happening, SAFC Fans TV? I am the MANNIX, and this will be my Sunderland versus Accrington match review. I am absolutely buzzing with that win. Nervy last few minutes, as always is with Sunderland, but we ran out 2-1 winners in the end, thanks God. The team we started with was Hoffman in goals, Winchester, Flanagan, Doyle and Sirkin across the back line. We had Dan Neil and Luke O'Nien just sitting in front of them, with Gooch on one side, McGeady on the other side and Embleton through the middle. And then we had Ross Stewart as the out and out striker up top. So, opening 15 minutes we played very, very well. Accrington kind of had a high line, which didn't suit the defending against our attack, because Ross Stewart was dragging their centre back in Nottingham all over the place. Nottingham was having a nightmare trying to keep up with Ross Stewart. Ross Stewart was linking up with Embleton, Gooch, McGeady, Neil even. His link-up play was absolutely excellent. And I actually noticed, yeah, not Luke O'Nien, excuse me, Aidan McGeady and Lyndon Gooch, they switched wings. So McGeady was on the right and Gooch was playing off the left, and it actually suited us. It worked really well. Both of them had decent enough games. So, yeah, after 15 minutes, we got the opening goal. We were playing really well. We had a penalty shout. Dan Neil was creating a lot of chances as well, and it's actually Dan Neil who ended up scoring the goal, I think. And I didn't buy into the hype, but I'm fully bought in now. What a player Dan Neil is. The ball was cleared out of the Accrington box. I think it was after a set piece or a cross. Falls to Sirkin on the edge of the box, who nodded it down to Dan Neil. He was on his right foot and there was a defender in front of him. He swivels onto his left, onto his weaker foot, and absolutely smashed it top bins. What a goal. And our tails were up at this stage. We were absolutely dominating procedures, and Accrington weren't creating much from open play. But then we went and we did a Sunderland. Not long later, they came up the pitch and won a corner, and Nottingham, the defender who was having a terrible game, gets in ahead of O'Nien and loafs it home. Nothing really Hoffman could have done. You could argue maybe he could be getting there, but I didn't think there was much more he could have done. Although he did have a nervy game and he was ropey at times, I would agree with that. I don't think he could have stopped the goal. So we went in 1-1 at half time. I would say we deserved to be winning at half time. The main things I took from the first half was Ross Stewart is 100 times player Charlie Wyke is. His link up and hold up play also were the best in the league, I would argue. So we could have had 2 or 3 goals, to be honest. We had our chances. Dan Neil crossed one in to Gooch, who headed over, and there was a few clear cut chances that you'd argue we maybe should have scored. We gave away too many fouls, and we aren't organised enough from set pieces, which is how Accrington scored their goal. Anyways, the second half started, and after Accrington creeping into the game at the end of the first half, we kind of started the second half with a bit of intent. We were back on top of procedures, on top of things, and we got our reward. Aidan McGeady's like Carl Winchester in for a goal then. Tidy finish. I think he needs that midfield role, because I don't know if he's gonna be scoring goals like that. Why not have him doing it from the middle every week? But sure, I suppose it is what it is. There's a reason Lee Johnson's manager of the month and I haven't. I think Stewart could have another goal as well. He was in 1-on-1 with the keeper, tried to go around him. Keeper recovered well. And oh yeah, another thing. What was the referee doing? I think I counted 5 or 6 drop balls when there was a foul one way or the other, or a player went down injured. He loved the drop ball. Huge fan of a drop ball, and I hadn't seen one in months. But yeah, apart from that, second half it was not much more open game. It continued to be a very open game, and I found there was a lot of space for the Sunderland players to run into, particularly Ross Stewart and the lads on the wing, McGeady, Gooch, even Embleton. There was just Dan Neil as well, loads of space. With Luke O'Nien doing the dirty work around the middle, it left a lot of time and space and room for Dan Neil to run into, which is exactly what we need. Although we weren't completely dominant, I think Accrington had a header that was cleared off the line by Dennis Sirkin. Hoffman wasn't all that sure of himself with balls coming into the box. Came out a few times and didn't win them, didn't claim them, which I'd be looking to get that sorted as soon as possible. Another thing, Dejaku didn't start. So when he comes into the team, there'll be even more competition for places because the wide men are playing really well. Well, they have played really well now. And we had a 3v1 then with Embleton, Gooch, and I want to say McGeady, maybe Stewart, or it could have been Neil. Either way, we had a 3v1. Should have finished off the game and we missed that. So that's another game where a few chances went to begging. Although that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the result, and the result is a 2-1 win, and us sitting pretty at the top of the table. Absolutely delighted. So yeah, that concludes my review. Excellent game. Delighted with the win. Should have had a clean sheet, arguably, but sure, it is what it is. We'll take the 3 points in the top of the table. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.